Good evening, and thank you for joining our board meeting today. Please help me stand with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May we have the roll call?
Trustee Jesberger,
Present.
Trustee Grimm,
Here.
without Trustee Clark. Fiscal officers here, Township Administrator and Superintendent of Public Works.
Here.
Fire Chief,
Here.
Police Chief,
Here.
and Public Works. Omar?
All right. So the next agenda item talks about the next meeting. However, Trustee Grimm will not be present for that meeting, and I also will not be present because I have a city work event that night. So I wasn't sure if we should look to reschedule it that week for like a Thursday, or we have it the week after, or if we just wait until the first meeting in October.
I'm willing the week after, but that week I'm very busy.
Do department heads have a preference?
I mean, if we were going to wait until the week after, you might as well just wait until the first of the month to get the right.
Okay. If there's anything that pops up, obviously that's an urgent matter, we can always look to do a special meeting. So the next meeting is actually scheduled for
Oh, wait.
October 5th.
At 999 Tuesday.
October 7th. October 7th.
Correct. What?
October 7th.
7th.
That's Tuesday.
Okay. All right. So the next meeting is October 7th, 2025, and it will be held on the west side at 999 Chambers at 6 p.m.
I want to remind everyone that the SOPAC aggregation postcards did get mailed out yesterday, and that the first information presentation meeting is at 6 o'clock on September 16th.
Is that going to be here?
It's going to be here.
Okay. Oh, they were going to attend the board meeting. I get it. Okay. That makes sense.
Are there any questions about the canceling of that meeting for anyone? All right, next item. At this time, I would like to make a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility.
So moved.
Trustee Grimm,
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger.
Yes. And with flexibility, there is a researcher and social worker by the name of Brene Brown, and she has a lot of books, and I have all of her books, and she became known, I don't know, like 10 to 15 years ago about her research with vulnerability. So she's done multiple TED Talks, and she focuses on vulnerability, but then also how shame and guilt play into that and how they play kind of against each other. So one of her recent books is called Dare to Lead, and it's about leadership, where she talks about these things. So I found this clip from her, from an interview that she did with a news station, and it's only like 6 minutes long, so I just wanted to take the next 6 minutes or so to watch this, and then we will go from there.
Ooh, wow, today Brene Brown is busy juggling consulting and speaking events at Fortune 500 companies, including IBM, Disney, and Google. Her new book focuses on how each of us can cultivate effective leadership. It's called Dare to Lead, Brave Work, Tough Conversations, Whole Hearts. Brene Brown joins us once again, first on CBS This Morning to talk about her latest book. It's always good to have you at the table, Brene Brown. Good morning.
It is a masterpiece. I love it. I love it.
Just the fact that you've had 36 million views says to me that people are very open to finding out more about this. But I know very few bosses and leaders that think it's okay to show vulnerability. But you say you can't have courage without vulnerability. What do you mean?
You know, it's interesting because I used to spend a lot of time when I'd go into these companies kind of evangelizing about vulnerability, it's important. Then one day I found myself on a military base talking to special forces, and I just asked a simple question. Give me an example of courage that you've seen or witnessed in your life, or that you've done yourself, that didn't require uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure, which is the definition of vulnerability. Give me a simple example of courage that did not require that. And there was just silence until one guy just raised his hand and said, 3 tours, ma'am, there is no courage without vulnerability. And so now I just ask audiences that simple question. Give me an example of courage that doesn't require uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure.
You say most people think of courage as a personality trait, not a skill. You say it's a skill.
It's a skill set. I mean, we've been studying it I've been doing this work for 20 years, the last 7 years, really looking at courage and leadership specifically. 4 skill sets. Can you rumble with vulnerability? Can you stay in tough things when they get uncomfortable and awkward, or do you tap out? 2, and this is a hard one, living into your values. Are you clear about what your values are, and have you operationalized those into behaviors? Do you know what behaviors support your values, what don't? 3, braving trust. Can you build trust and be trustworthy? And the last one, which I think was really interesting, was learning how to get back up, learning how to rise. Because we found that people are more willing to be courageous up front if they know how to rise.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, sorry, John, that's why I call this a masterpiece. Because to just sum up everything, and then you write, courage is contagious. To scale daring leadership and build courage in teams and organizations, we have to cultivate a culture in which brave work, tough conversations, whole hearts, and expectation in armor is not unnecessary or rewarded. That's the thing, because people want to know, how do we scale this type of behavior?
Yeah. Courage is incredibly contagious, as is fear, as we can see in the world, as is scarcity. And so courage is contagious, and we can teach it, we can learn it, we can measure it, and we have to create cultures where being armored all the time is not rewarded behavior.
So, first of all, as a disciple of the gifts of imperfect parenting, I have to say, now let's move on. And I hate to get political, but one of the best leaders we have right now, who has totally reformed a political party in his image, who's got 2 people on the Supreme Court and achieved other things, thinks showing vulnerability is the key to loss. Not showing vulnerability is, in fact, one of his signature traits. So that seems to be the opposite of what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think, so I'm glad we went there, because here's the thing.
John goes there.
Yeah, John goes there. I'll go with you, John. You can absolutely get away. I mean, you can get masses of people behind you if you do 2 things. If you weaponize uncertainty, if you take people who are in uncertainty and guarantee them certainty, and then give people someone to blame for their pain. I mean, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that fear has a short shelf life, and you cannot do that for very long. The question is always, what kind of damage are you going to do while you're able to do that? But I have seen no evidence, and I'm reading Doris Kearns right now, so she's a huge fan. Yes, her book on leadership. I don't think that's sustainable.
Let me ask you this. I'm a leader in whatever I'm doing in my life. How do I be more vulnerable if I want to try and access this trait that is so important to
So
leadership?
vulnerability is not disclosure. So that's the big mythology, right? It's not like, I know a lot of leaders who show up and just everything. That has nothing to do with courage or vulnerability. Vulnerability is, can you manage uncertainty and risk and emotional exposure? Can you stay in the hard conversation? Can you tell the truth? Can you give feedback when it's hard? Can you ask for feedback when it's hard? Vulnerability is, I believe, and it's probably 60% of the book, the only path to courage, and it is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, trust, empathy. I love it when people call and say, hey, can you come talk to our company, Brene, we'd love to have you speak. Just don't mention like vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said, you hope that people that read this book, it will result in one behavior change for leaders, that they should read it cover to cover on a flight. One behavior change that you think all leaders need as well.
It's going to be simple. Clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Stop avoiding the tough conversations because you think you're being polite or kind to people. That's not kind.
So this girl right there. Preach, preach, listen, preach.
So
Love everything you say. So
very
thank
kind.
you. Brene Brown, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Very nice.
Even if you got as perfect as you could.
Thank you, Dave. So just to kind of touch on that video, she has lots of videos on YouTube. You just have to search for her. Most of her videos are really powerful. I thought that this was a good opportunity to continue to stress, as I have all year so far, about the need for collaboration and teamwork. Respect across the board. It's just like, I look at my daughter Izzy, who's here right now, and Evie, who's at home, and saying, when they've been in situations where you don't have to necessarily like the person, but you need to have respect for them. Here at the township, we thankfully have a mission statement and we have values, and I'm glad that we worked hard this year to get that done because it is much needed. It is very frustrating that we do have values because they have not been upheld in this township, especially in the last year and this year. As the leadership team in the township, there's a lot that trying to remain professional that we don't necessarily share with the residents of our township. Some of it is just simple as egos getting in the way and personalities and conflict, which happens at every single place of employment. It happens in every single home. It happens in every single school, every place you shop. So there's nothing special about that. But it is very frustrating when I watch these videos and I read these books, because where I struggle is I like to have control. However, I'm constantly knocked down because it's the reminder that I only have control over how I respond to people. And so I try to be respectful and I try to take the higher road because there's already so much drama and unnecessary stuff in our world today. And I see it on a daily basis because of the job that I do. I see how trauma affects people. I see how bullying affects people. We just had another school shooting. We just lost 2 more young children because of that. And it has to stop because this stuff doesn't just happen in schools. It happens in workplaces as well. So there's lots of miscommunication. There's lots of manipulation. And I wish I could be here all day, every day, because I wish that I were here and I had the ability to really protect the department heads and our police officers and our firefighters and our public works and our code enforcement. And unfortunately I can't because I do have a full-time job. But I commend our department heads for what they deal with on a daily basis. I wish that it weren't as drama-filled and traumatic as it is right now. I apologize to our residents. Rumors spread like wildfire. I get emails from residents, like I just got this week, asking questions about a particular subject, and I haven't even responded to the email yet because I've been trying to make sure that I'm calm when I actually respond to the email. So long story short, dare to lead. Put your personal things aside and understand that every single decision that the leadership team makes or the department heads in this township should always be at the best interest of our township, of our residents, and of our employees. There should be no personal decisions made about, well, this is going to really, impact me, but it's not going to do anything for 99% of the township. This is a nonpartisan thing, local grassroots government. And it has absolutely, in the last year and a half, completely gone away from that. Would anyone like to make a comment about the video or anything that I just said before we move on?
I would just add that I think there has been an attempt to definitely get it away from there, but luckily our leadership team is very strong and they have worked very hard to not let it, because I know our chiefs and Dave are always focused on trying to do what's right for their men and what's right for their, what's right for the citizens.
Moving on, now is the time for public comments. Do we have anyone who would like to make a public comment?
I just want to say thank you to some folks in the room for an awesome ice cream social. We had a really great time. We had a lot of people come out to listen to what they attended. I think between the start and the end, we counted around 45 people and kids. So super happy with that on our little pocket of the township. We had a good time, so thank you for bringing a truck out. My son's still talking about it, so it was pretty good. We appreciate you guys being out there and paying attention to the lots of illegal parking happening. So saw some tickets on the channels, and I appreciate it. So thank you.
It was fun. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your help.
Thank you for making sure it got put together. Any other public comment? Okay. On to the fiscal officer.
I'm going to add one item to the agenda. We're not going to meet again this month. We have to always pass in September a resolution to accept the county doing our taxes next year. So if you want to see that form, let me know. But approval of the bills.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Justberger?
Yes.
Approval of payroll.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Justberger?
Yes.
Approval of the July 1st meeting minutes.
Abstain?
Well, it wasn't moved then. So. Do you need to abstain from any of the other meeting minutes?
I believe so. I was here for April 15th. I was here for April 15th. I think I missed May 6th.
Missed July 1st. You were here on June 3rd. You were here on May 20th. You're not here on May 6th.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't here on May 6th.
You were here on May 15th. I'm sorry, April 15th.
Yes,
Okay.
but I wasn't here on July 1st or May 6th.
I agree. All right, so let's go to the June 3rd, request to approve the June 3rd meeting minutes.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. You said May 6th?
Yeah, May 6th I was not, and July 1st I was not.
Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Request approval of the June 3rd meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Justberger?
Yes.
Request approval of the May 20th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Justberger?
Yes.
And then lastly, approval of the May 15th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second?
Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesperger.
Yes.
2 yeses. All right, and then seeking a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesperger.
Yes.
Thanks. That happens every year in September. It just allows the county to collect our taxes. I cannot imagine a township that says no, but that's all I have.
Thank you. On to committee and team reports. Clinton Township Community Health Action Team with Chief Riley.
Our August 22nd produce market, we had 6 pallets of produce that we distributed to 499 individuals. They stopped giving us weight on our food, so now we're just doing pallet counts moving forward. Our next event is this Friday, the 5th, movie night. Doors open at 6. Movie starts shortly after 7 o'clock. We'll have some fun activities there for kids and free food and snacks.
Awesome, thank you. Anything else with chat? Beautification work group.
No updates.
Okay. Budget work group.
I sent everyone a summary, cash summary by fund for the first half of this year. I'll just read through each department. The general fund started this year with 7.2 million. Revenue in the general fund was 1.9 million. Expenditures by the end of June was 820,000. Transferred out 200,000 to, I think, the FEMA grant, leaving the general fund with an overall fund balance of just over 8 million, 8.1 million. The road funds, which is 4 different funds combined, started the year with just under $1 million, 977,000. Revenue was 309,000 the first 6 months. Expenditures were 209, almost 210, leaving an overall fund balance of $1,077,000. For police, they started the year with 935,000. The revenue was 836. Their expenditures were 1.2, leaving them with a fund balance of 578,000. The fire, EMS, and FEMA started the year with 637,000. The revenue was 1.6 million. Expenditures were 1.3 million, almost 1.4, leaving an overall fund balance of 985,000. So we also, I'll leave this packet for Trustee Grimm. It was good of you to ask us to review this. We also divided it by quarter, but it's all the funds combined. So we want to get more into that, we can, or we can just let me know otherwise outside of this now. Any more questions?
When is the work group meeting?
I believe it was October 15th. Life would be better if I put it on the agenda. Yeah, October 15th here at 3 p.m. We tend to have 3 of those meetings a year. We don't have the next one set yet, beyond October 15th.
Thank you. The 999 Chambers Road work group.
Do we have any updates yet? Since our last meeting, do we?
Yeah, I think it'll be next Tuesday, we're gonna meet at 999 Chambers Road. It's still pretty informal. I think we're meeting about between 5 and 6 o'clock over there.
Is the meeting at 5 or is it at 6?
I think it's at 5,
Okay.
around between 5 and 6 o'clock. I can follow up with you if you need the exact time.
On to administration.
First thing I have is talk about the holiday observance reminder that earlier this year that we traded off or we went back to having our holidays on holidays instead of moving some of them around for the, half day after Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and stuff like that. Just wanted some employees asked about, so I just want to make sure, remind that that's what we passed at the beginning of the year. Got any questions, just reach out to me. Second, I got a request a purchase order for Cornell Concrete in an amount of $6,500 for repairs to the floor at 99 Chambers Road from line item 1000-760-720-0000.
So moved.
Second.
This is for the,
This is for taking out the grades, putting a drain, a smaller drain in one end, going back to the edge when they put new concrete in there, then also cut out the cracks and seal the cracks that's in the floor.
so this is the garage part.
Yes, the garage part.
Okay.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
The next I have about the SOPAC aggregation information session, September 16th here at 6 p.m. Deborah already mentioned it, so that's all I have.
Thank you. Chief Fraley with fire.
Just a quick reminder, our next free health clinic will be September 20th from noon to 4 p.m. here at this location. And OSU will also be offering free flu vaccines at that clinic. We will have food and snacks there too. That's all we have.
Are we having vendors also come?
We are, I know Franklin County Public Health will have their harm reduction van here. And I think we may have Celebrate One and Care Source also.
Jamie, I have a question. Is anybody able to get COVID shots who's not old?
Flu shots, yes.
COVID?
We're not doing COVID
No,
shots.
even if you live with an immune compromised person.
Spray vaccines only.
Thanks.
And then also, I will send you the link and I can give it to Deborah. One of my current clients actually gave me this website that's called freshtrack.com. And if you put in a zip code, you can search for resources, but I think it gears more towards like food pantries and food banks. And it has all the days, the addresses, the times, if you need an appointment, if you can just show up. So there's like hundreds. So I can send you guys the web link, and that could be something that we push out on social media as well. Chief Jones with police.
Monthly report, we'll be getting that out. Cassidy left early today, so we were able to complete that for the month since it's so soon. Next item I have is request injury leave for Officer Dylan Struble, who was injured during the arrest of an armed suspect fleeing police this past Friday. And that will go until determined by doctors.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
And Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
Next item I have is request for approval of bereavement leave for Chief Jones for August 28th and 29th.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
And then flexibility on the agenda, in reference to Saturday, ice cream social and parking because of the football game. We started kind of that day. We issued several tickets, citations, and warnings. Officers are finding out because we have a lot of rentals over there that some of these are new students that don't know the rules. So they've been educated. We have educational pamphlets about that we were passing out about how to obtain those permits. The problem we're finding out, the owners of those houses are not passing the permits down to the new renters, either leaving, throwing them away, or whatever. So Over the next week or so, we'll be doing some educational over here to the new residents, but then enforcement will begin because we cannot have a football game day like we just had. Last couple of years, it's been fairly good, but yeah, the over parking, parking everywhere. We try to engage the community, knock on doors, say, hey, don't park your cars, or if these aren't your cars, let us know. But it's gotten to the point where enforcement towing will resume, and that message will be out there.
If you have a pamphlet or a flyer, I'm happy to help, because I know some of the folks even at Camden High School Social, like I'm happy to.
Yeah, we do, and it explains what the resolution was intended for. When it passed the section, we write the amount for the fines and then they can be towed. And how to obtain permits. Actually, there is an online portal under the police department on our website where they can print temporary permits off too. But if they need permanent permits, we have those available. Just give Cassidy a call. And I believe Officer, one of our officers is actually over there tonight doing some pamphlets to the house. So we did run into a problem. Officer Struble was injured the night before. He was actually supposed to be on duty over here. So with the football game, our officers working at OSU, and that it's a little tight on the west side sometimes, but we are making adjustments to that.
Thank you.
And then the last thing I have, Assistant Chief McCoy, the week of September 17th, will be out of town at the Army War College getting some executive leadership training. So a lot of that kind of falls on what you talked about there, but it's also about working outside of silos. We've been doing that, as some of you know, working with the executive police chiefs in Franklin County. We are sending a lot of command staff to that training. It gets us to work more collaboratively and to learn those processes and understand that from some of the leaders like they talked about at IBM and some of the Fortune top 50 companies, and how their leadership goals brought people together. So we're kind of proud that we're involved in that. Assistant Chief McCoy will come back with some further knowledge to enhance our capabilities here.
How exciting.
But that's all I have at this time.
Thank you. Public Works.
I'd like to introduce Omar Vargas. He's the new interim crew leader. If you guys have any issues out there on the streets and stuff, if you see him out, you contact him, ask him for any help you guys may need.
Is there any business or anything?
Nothing in business.
Code enforcement.
No new business. He'll have his monthly report. Yeah, he has no new business.
Okay. Sorry. All right, on to community affairs.
September's National Preparedness Awareness Month. So we're pushing out a lot of information about being prepared, planning for emergencies, what needs to be in your kit. As I found my flashlight down in the basement, it didn't work. I thought, oh, what a hypocrite. Maybe I should find my batteries. So those type of things, so you're not caught short. So everybody doesn't think about that until, it's time for an emergency. So we'll be pushing out a lot of information regarding National Preparedness Awareness Month. Also, it is Suicide Awareness Month. We talked a little bit in the chat meeting about some resources with respect to that as well. And an event going on, which we have flyers over here. That time of the year again, fall winter newsletter. You have until the end of the month, September, to submit your ideas. I'm looking for something really exciting to put on that front page, some new fresh ideas. Just send them my way, along with all of your pictures, and if you have pictures or stories, or I'm open to something special, unique, and different, because that's how we roll here in Clinton Township. Care Source meeting, as an FYI, they're going to be here the 24th. This is their big annual meeting, so heads up on that. We'll make sure that they're not parking and clogging up the entranceways, and that our emergency vehicles can get out accordingly. So that's on the 24th, which I believe is on a Tuesday. Chief Jones, you mentioned the parking situation. Do you want to collaborate on perhaps me pushing out something on social media, some language to address the parking situation?
Yeah, when we're done here tonight, I've got that meeting, I'll share that.
We'll put something together and we'll push it out on social media where people can get the information and get the
Morgan,
the
if you have
permits.
time afterwards, I can get you a copy of that too.
That would be great.
So we'll do that, and then that way, everybody will know what's going on. Partners for movie night. Chief Fraley, you mentioned there'll be a different partners here Friday, and then mobile health. What is that? Mobile health? Tell me.
The mobile harm reduction unit from Franklin County Public Health will not be here Friday. They'll be here on the 20th.
Oh,
At
okay.
our clinic. But we do have Franklin County Public Health. Our chat will be tabling there. We have Celebrate One, Care Source. I can't remember.
For movie night?
For movie night, yes.
Okay. Would you send me all of those, because that way I'll revisit it with another post, because I don't have all of those
Sure.
to advertise, that, you know, to let people know, oh, these other partners are going to be here. It's not just movie night. We got a lot of other things happening, because that's how we roll here in September. Okay, very good. That's it. I think that's it. Thank you.
And one more, thank you for that. And one more quick reminder, because we're not having the second meeting, September 19th is Family Movie Night on the west side of the township, at 999. Are the same resources going to be there?
I know Celebrate One and Franklin County and Kavita will be there tabling. I don't know about, I don't think Care Source will be there.
Okay.
And I think, did I give you a flyer?
You did, and I
Okay.
posted it at the blockhouse on the bulletin board, and I'll put some up and just send another email out about it.
Thank you.
Is that, doors open at 6 and things start at 7:15?
Same, yep.
I've been typing meeting minutes.
Okay. Do we have any appreciations to share?
I'll thank Mother Nature for the weather. It's been wonderful.
Appreciate you for being vulnerable and sorry, putting out some much needed to be said things.
And I would like to thank Morgan again for putting together the ice cream social for the West Side. We all miss Bobby. Very big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I feel that.
But
Sure.
you absolutely have the support of everyone here. So, any other appreciations? And we will not be having the executive session because we need the other trustee here as well. So, at this time, I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Mark